Hi, this is Ken Quinn, Regional Director with U.S. Term Limits. One of the most frustrating things we encounter sometimes when speaking with state legislators is their misunderstanding of Article 5 itself, by claiming that it's a con, meaning a constitutional convention that can rewrite the entire Constitution. Typically, they say this because they have never researched the subject themselves and are only repeating what they've heard others say about it. Then there are others that use it as a smokescreen and an excuse to stop reforms that the people want in order to protect the establishment and maintain the status quo. Now, on a personal note, I opposed the idea of an Article 5 convention because I was ignorant of the facts. I only read the propaganda that came from an anti-Article 5 group that created fear of it as a tactic to raise money for their organization. It wasn't until I did my own research and discovered that they were outright lying about our constitutional history that I embraced the idea and realized that the Article 5 convention is the very tool the framers gave us to check the power of an abusive and corrupt Congress. The evidence that an Article 5 convention is not a con is irrefutable. Any person who refuses to believe that after being presented with the facts is either too proud to admit they were wrong or they have a motive to deceive others for personal reasons. All of the records demonstrate that the framers and ratifiers of the Constitution understood that Article 5 was not a con and could only propose the amendments the state legislatures specified in their applications. One simple example of this truth is that the framers rejected a motion giving Article 5 the same power as a constitutional convention. Yes, you heard that correctly. The framers rejected a con. All you need to do is read the debate at the Federal Convention on September 15th. Immediately after the unanimous vote to restore the convention back into Article 5, the motion was made by Roger Sherman of Connecticut, and James Madison documented the following, quote, Mr. Sherman moved to strike out of Article 5 after legislatures the words, quote, of 3/4, unquote, and so after the word conventions, leaving future conventions to act in this matter like the present convention according to circumstances, unquote. That motion was rejected by the framers. Had Sherman's motion passed, it would have required a unanimous vote to make any changes to the Constitution, which was one of the major problems with the Articles of Confederation and why it was never amended. The requirement for unanimous consent is a long-standing practice among countries, states, and parties when they are joining a new compact, not amending one. And based on Sherman's statement, Article 5 would have had the power to act like the present convention, a constitutional convention, to draft a new constitution. Thankfully, the framers rejected the con and gave us a tool to check the power of a corrupt federal government. It is time we finally use it and propose a term limits amendment for Congress to help turn that corrupt body of career politicians into one where citizen legislators represent the American people for a short period of time. Please join us at termlimits.com and let's make the framers proud and use Article 5 as they intended us to do.